Hello everyone, my name is Oliver. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Maria walks into society and sees Tessa beaming with job and emotional fulfillment. Tessa is humming and says her life is lovely. Her wife promises to make her feel extra joyful. She advises that they find a way to put her in front of an audience again. Tessa cannot leave her and the baby behind, so her wife recommends attending local music festivals. Maria believes they can get her a slot. As soon as she sees Abby and Devon, she summons them. She brags about Tessa's multi-talented abilities and advises that she be showcased at a music festival. Devon is well known throughout the industry. He believes she would be ideal for a festival they are putting together. They all agree on that. Devon and Abby receive a table. Nate texts him, thanking him for the vote of confidence. They believe they'd be celebrating his return to the board. Devon was surprised by Lily's vote against it. All of the meetings at work appear to be about arguing rather than making rational business decisions. He's startled that his sister voted against the family. Abby claims that is not what happened. Just because she voted against Nate does not imply she voted against him. This is not permanent, and his sister can be persuaded to view things his way. She begs him to consider his sister's point of view. Perhaps she did not want to vote with him just to make him pleased. Abby is proud of him for standing up for his sister. He is certain that there is more to his sister's vote against Nate than meets the eye. He has a sense Billy has gotten under her skin. She doesn't notice it, but he knows his sister is vulnerable to Billy's pressure, and he is capable of almost anything. He acknowledges that he hasn't enjoyed working at Chancellor Winters lately. It's a lot of hassle. It was supposed to be about leaving a legacy for future generations, but that is all being lost. He never anticipated Billy invading, and he despises being challenged on anything. Billy enters the patio of Crimson Lights. He sees Lily and approaches her. She makes it obvious that she will not consider his offer that they collaborate to run the company. He can take the hint. Besides, he's confident she'll come around on her own. Noticing his confidence, she admits to having an uncomfortable conversation with Mammy today. Billy wonders if she's beginning to realize that her aunt could be problematic. She won't confess it, but she won't break up the firm she built. Billy reminds her of his suggestion that they take the reins. They head down to the jazz lounge, and he cracks jokes. She teases him about his need for validation. Lily believes he's trying too hard and suspects something is wrong. He acknowledges Ashley has not been the same since her breakup with Tucker. She hasn't been herself, and he's concerned for her. Billy has always been terrified of his older sister and thinks he could repair whatever Tucker has broken inside of her. They both despised Tucker. Billy wishes his father was around to deal with this. Looking at Neil's photo on the wall, she says she understands how he feels. Billy knows he will never be John Abbott, but he is confident that Neil would be proud of her and is accompanying her every step of the way. She's confident both of their fathers are present, and they toast to that. As they drink, he tells her stories about his children and recalls how good she was at getting them to settle down with a simple look. They chuckle, and he expresses his desire to be on her good side. Tucker and Audra are fighting in their GCAC suite about diverting funds and creating marketing spin for all of their enterprises. She almost forgot how ruthless he can be in business. Glissade appears to have an advantage against Gerbot. They make a toast to it. He assumed she wanted to escape all the drama of rivalry. She did, but now believes they can dominate the market. His motives are more suspicious. He claims Ashley is no longer his drive, but he doesn't mind punishing her sanctimonious brothers. Tucker expresses to her that her desire and ambition offered him specific thrills. They get on top of her and make out. After they have sex, he wants more, but she wants to discuss facility consolidation. He enjoys it when she talks nasty. Audra believes they should dress for eating in order to avoid distractions. They decide to run down to the restaurant. Tracy compliments Ashley on her interesting dress and says she's delighted she consented to a bite to eat. When she proposes they get her usual, Ashley requests tequila. Tracy is shocked. Ashley's inner voice tells her to get an iced tea, which she does. Her sister recommended that she keep her phone on because people become concerned when she cannot be reached. She informs her that Harrison has returned home following his adventure. They didn't tell her about it sooner since they didn't want to increase her load. Now they can focus on her. Ashley forces a grin while cursing in her brain. Tracy believes she ran away from therapy because she was afraid to speak to a stranger. Her sister claims she merely became nervous and went there to rest. She gasps and suggests that her sister relax and order several shots. Tracy believes she is spiraling out of control. If she has to hold her hand to get assistance, she will, but she can't back her up because she's hiding behind drink. Ashley believes her tough love is exactly what she needs and agrees to reschedule the appointment for tomorrow. Tucker and Audra rush down the stairs as they approach the door. Ashley immediately starts teasing them, telling Audra that she could do much better than him. Audra believes that's a new approach for her. "If I were you, I would ditch this daddy issue for good," Ashley suggests, tittering. She insists on going to the restroom on her own. Tucker comments that it appears they have yet another fresh Ashley. It appears she has not received any assistance. Tracy claims it is a private family problem and not his responsibility. She begs him to let go. After she walks away, Audra tells Tucker that this is no longer humorous and that his ex has real issues. She admits that her mood swings are freaking her out and tells him to stay away. McCall agrees to let it go. Can she? They settle at a table, and she laments about constantly running into his ex. He pulls out the engagement ring and promises that if she says yes, he can keep her away for good. She's astonished he has something with him at all times. He wants to be ready. She challenges him to delve deep and admit that he does not want or need this marriage. He laughs that he only wants to announce himself at events as her husband. When he asks her what she anticipated her wedding to be like as a child, he attempts to construct an image of what it could be. She says she hoped to arrive in a horse-drawn carriage and emphasizes that they don't need anyone to approve of their relationship. He says they can get married privately. It is about them making a vow to one another. Audra warns him that people break promises. She takes his hand and pledges to remind him how much she loves him every day they are together. He asks her to repeat it and sighs. Tracy returns Ashley to the Abbott manse. As she leaves to make tea, Ashley sits down and grips her hair as the voices in her head begin to argue. In her head, Belle mocks her other personas. Mrs. Abbott adds that she sent Ash away for her own good, and she hopes that allowing Belle to play was not a mistake. "Honey, I may be a lot of things, but a mistake I certainly am not," said Belle. Mrs. Abbott declares that she is in charge since she is the only one who can get Ashley what she requires, which includes killing Tucker. Belle believes she's cuckoo crazy for contemplating homicide. Mrs. Abbott tells her to take a step back and let her do the work. Belle refuses to allow her ruin Ashley's life. Even if she feels Tucker is a troublemaker, killing him is out of the question. This simply irritates Mrs. Abbott. Belle believes that the answer is as simple as pie. All they need to do is find someone else for Ashley to fall love, which shouldn't be too difficult. Mrs. Abbott thinks this is silly, but Belle reminds her that she is in control and will not let go. Tracy wakes her up. She admits she is anxious about visiting a new therapist and asks if she would feel better at ease with her buddy in Paris. Belle remembers how educated and lovely he is and believes he could be the ideal antidote to Tucker. Ashley tells her sister that it is a fantastic idea. Tracy is relieved because she has already left him a message. Her sister praises her and gives her a hug. Regard 2. Frank evaluation of this week's Young and Restless episode and see whether you agree. Next week on The Young and the Restless, Jack discovers a drunken Mickey in a wrecked suite. Ashley accuses her doctor of having a hidden motive, and Victoria and Cole discover something in Claire's doll. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my Isa Media to our channel and stay with Tias.